Hello and welcome to the Nerdy Things with Brendan channel. Today we're going to be discussing the differences between the Jaws novel and the movie. In 1974, Peter Benchley wrote the novel Jaws. A year later, in 1975, the Jaws movie came out. Since then, it's been one of the biggest movies of all time, and almost everyone has seen it. However, the movie changed quite a bit from the book, and in a rare situation, the movie actually improved on the plot. Most people who read the Jaws novel are shocked how different it is from the movie. The movie drastically changes some characters and even their motivations. There's some major plot elements that are changed, but the movie keeps the core of the book but cuts some of the detail that makes characters unlikable. The movie also adds more focus on the shark. So discussing the characters, first we have Martin Brody, probably the main character of the book and the movie. Now, in both versions, he's still the police chief of Amity. He still dislikes Hooper, but even more so in the book, and he has a struggling family life. In the movies, he's very interested in his kids, he's hanging out with his kids, but in the books, they hardly show up. He's also very sexually frustrated in the book. I'm not going to get into it too much because it could get the video flagged or something, but let's just say he's not getting as much sex as he wants. Then you have his wife, Ellen Brody. Now in the movies, she's a loving wife, but in the books, she straight up sucks. She's obsessed with her image and always thinking about the life she could have had, and she hates the life she has. She regrets marrying Brody, she dated Hooper's older brother, and she even has an affair with Hooper that I'm going to get to in more details later. Then you have Mayor Larry Vaughn. Now in the books, he's even more money driven than he is in the movies. He prioritized money over citizens' safety. He's trying to cover up the shark attacks. He also has links to the mafia, who are forcing him to keep the beaches open to help real estate values in Amity. In the book, he also admits to liking Ellen Brody. And at the end of the novel, him and his wife flee Amity. Next, we have Matt Hooper. Now this is one of the characters that drastically changes in the movie. So in the book, he has an older brother who dated Ellen Brody years ago. He's still a shark expert who comes to help. He has an affair with Ellen, and he's a conceited rich kid. He's not very likable at all. He's attacked by Brody for the affair, and in the book, he dies when the shark cage breaks through the cage. In the movie, he survives. Then we have Quint. Now in the book, he refuses to bring the shark cage along, saying it's suicidal, but Hooper pays him to change his mind. And what's probably one of the most famous parts of the movie, there is no USS Indianapolis story from Quint in the book. At the end of the book, his foot gets caught in the harpoon's rope that's attached to the shark, and it drags him under the water, and he drowns instead of being eaten by the shark. Now we're going to speed run through some other minor characters. A lot of the shark attack victims in the book and the movie remain the same. We still have Chrissy Watkins, who's the first shark attack victim. She's skinny dipping and then eaten. We also have the boy, Alex Kittner, who's attacked, but I don't have him listed here. In the book, we have Harry Meadows. He's the editor of the newspaper, and he tries to cover up the shark attacks as long as possible to help the town. We also have Ben Gardner, who's a local fisherman hired to catch the shark. When he's going out to look for the shark, he vanishes, and his wife flips out on Brody. The book also includes Deputy Leonard Hendricks, who was out with Brody and when they find Gardner's boat, but no sign of him. The book and the movie start the same, with Chrissy Watkins going out into the ocean, skinny dipping, and becoming the first victim of the shark. Chief Brody wants to close the beaches while he investigates the shark attack, but Mayor Vaughn is afraid it'll hurt business in the town. Colluding with the newspaper editor-in-chief, Harry Meadows, the shark attack is covered up. We then have a young boy named Alex Kittner who is killed along with an old man. A local fisherman is hired by Brody to go looking for the shark, but disappears while he's doing it. Brody and Deputy Hendricks find the boat with bite marks, but no Ben Gardner. After that, Brody wants to close the beaches, but the mayor tries to stop him again. Harry Meadows, the editor of the newspaper, discovers that the mayor is being pressured by the mafia to keep the beaches open to protect Amity's real estate industry. Meadows brings in shark expert Matt Hooper. When Hooper comes to town, Ellen realizes that she dated his older brother. Ellen calls Hooper and arranges a lunch date that leads to an affair at a motel. Brody starts to suspect something is going on between the two. With 3 dead bodies now, the shark attacks have now gotten news attention, and there's no covering it up. After another boy is attacked and barely escapes, Brody decides to hire shark hunter Quint. Brody, Hooper, and Quint set out in the Orca, a boat, looking for the shark. Brody and Quint both dislike Hooper. Hooper does not care for Quint's illegal fishing methods, and Brody confronts Hooper about Ellen and even attempts to strangle Hooper. Hooper wants to use a shark cage to attract the shark, but Quint refuses and thinks it's suicidal, but Hooper pays him money to do it anyways. Hooper enters the shark cage and attempts to kill the shark, but is killed himself, proving Quint right. Mayor Vaughn goes to the Brody home and tells Ellen that him and his wife are leaving town. He also confesses that him and Ellen would have made a good couple. After Hooper dies, Quint and Brody go out again the next day to kill the shark. The shark attacks the Orca and the boat begins to sink. Quint harpoons the shark, but the rope attaches around his leg and pulls him under, drowning him. With Quint now dead, Brody is now alone as the boat fully sinks and he's left floating on a seat cushion. Brody spots the shark and prepares to die. However, the shark succumbs to its wounds inflicted by Quint and dies. Brody then begins to paddle for shore, and that's how the book ends. So just to summarize the differences between the movie and the book. In the book, the mayor has mafia ties. In the book, Ellen and Hooper have an affair. Hooper dies. In the movie, he lives. You also have Quint, who in the movie is brutally eaten by the shark. But in the book, some rope gets attached around his ankle and he drowns. At the end of the book, you also have the shark dying due to its wounds, whereas in the movie, you have the famous scene where Brody blows up the shark. So there you have it, the major differences between the Jaws book and the Jaws movie. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know what else you want to see. I have a couple ideas in mind for more videos like this. Right now I'm working on the Dexter books, but I thought about the James Bond or Jurassic Park. So let me know if that's something you're interested in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.